Hi, this video is not for kids. It does have to do with dolls, but we're talking about the acquisition of dolls and the financial aspects of it, which kids would not particularly be interested in. We're talking about the Frozen 2 dolls, Anna and Elsa, which were recently released. And these are dolls that Beth has been wanting for months now.
Yeah, they had a larger edition size than a lot of the past doll releases, so I thought they'd be easier to obtain. However, there was a difference too with them coming with this plastic key. Don't know much about the keys, but I guess a lot of people collect this. And Disney, unfortunately, only had this key coming with the purchase of these dolls instead of also selling the key separately for the people who do want the key.
So there are a lot of people who bought the dolls only because they wanted the key. So they didn't want the dolls, they wanted the key, and a sensible way to get the key is to buy the dolls and then just sell the dolls on eBay, and then you're able to keep the key. So that makes sense, and we want to make sure first, before we go any further with this video, that we're not talking about the people that just bought the dolls for the key and then sold the dolls because they didn't want the dolls.
So we went on Shop Disney to get these dolls, and we went online pretty close to the release. It even showed that the dolls were still appearing on the website. So we thought we'd be able to buy them with no problem, but unfortunately that wasn't the case.
Yeah, we were able to put the dolls in the cart, but we were not able to successfully check out with them. So apparently, someone else, other people had bought these dolls faster than we were able to buy them, and so we were not able to order a set of these dolls for ourselves. Now that all these dolls that were purchased by people who purchased them faster, that we were able to purchase them, they have these dolls not because they want the dolls, but because they want to resell the dolls. And so now they're all posted on eBay.
Along with the keys that came with the dolls.
Right, yeah. So there's a lot of ones that are posting the whole package. They didn't want the keys, they didn't want the dolls, they just wanted to resell all of it. And the problem is with the buyers, instead of having a limit of how much they're willing to pay, a reasonable limit, like it would be reasonable to say, well, I'd be willing to pay about what the retail was for this. But they're not stopping it there. They're continuing to bid up the prices to be high on this. And so when we think about this, is this really doing the next right thing? You know, you go online on Shop Disney to try to buy a doll for yourself, and you're not able to purchase that because someone else who doesn't even want the doll is there making sure that he purchases it faster than you can. And then you turn around and you want to offer that person more money to reward him for stopping you from being able to buy it off of Shop Disney. This is something I think buyers really need to think about. I know I understand you really want the doll. Beth really wanted that doll. But there's principles involved here. Principles that are more important than whether you have that doll or not. The principle involved here is really what the movie stands for: doing the next right thing.
Jared was really paying attention to Frozen 2 and we saw it. He got the message really good. I know as a collector, it's really hard to wait for things, and this is why this happened. You have to really use self-control to not let yourself overspend for things. If you pay too high of an amount, you're going to encourage more scalpers for the next release, more people doing the same thing. And as collectors, what we really want is to just be able to go in a relaxed pace and get the items we enjoy. We don't want the stress of having to worry about people just wanting to make money going and buying out our items. It takes away the joy from the hobby. So if we want to try and discourage these people from doing that sort of behavior, we need to be strong and not pay high over retail prices, because really as collectors, we have the power to keep the prices down.
Yeah, and you know, it would be different if this is something that no one knew, like, months down the road, no one knew this thing was going to be valuable, and now it is valuable. And so now someone goes on eBay and they want to make their money for it. Well, that's fair. They should. But in this case here, it's just because you have an item and they're going and buying it the same day, and they're just buying it faster than you can. And now they want to turn around and sell it for way more. That's a different circumstance. And this is something that I'm surprised that people are willing to pay for that. They should stand up against that and say, no, I'm not paying higher prices for something I could have just bought for cheaper at retail.
Yeah. The key especially, it's just this little plastic thing. I can't believe how much they're charging for it. It's ridiculous. So yeah, you as the collectors, you have the power to control the prices. If we all did the right thing of not allowing them to overcharge for things, it will make the prices drop down.
Yeah, if you have to, let it go, at least for a while.
It will go down with time once the popularity goes. I'm sorry for that bad Frozen pun. Sorry. Anyway, I believe that's the end of our rant. This is our first rant video. So thanks so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Bye.